There's so many ideas on, what instructional leadership is. And, when we think about whether in a position to get feedback or formally evaluate, I look at it this way. Instructional leadership is first and foremost looking at instruction. That's what the adult does. But how does that instruction improve learning? That's what the kid does. So in essence, instructional leadership is a conduit to provide more powerful learning opportunities for our kids. But let's talk about how do we really make the commitment and efforts to improve instructional leadership regardless of our position. So here are 10 strategies that I've found to work, whether as a principal or a coach. First and foremost, number one, get in classrooms more. It's hard to fix what we don't know. It's hard to give feedback on what we don't see. This is such a no-brainer, but we have to make the commitment to get in classrooms more so we can be in a better position to provide feedback on improving instruction and learning for our kids. Number two, streamline expectations and eliminate ineffective practices. By streamlining expectations, there's a need for a common vision, common language, common expectations. It's important to have everyone on the same page with the vision, the expectations. That's not telling people they have to do everything exactly the same way. But, having that sort of consistency, that continuity really helps build a culture of excellence when we're talking about instruction and learning. The ineffective practices part, well, by getting in classrooms more, we can provide more targeted feedback as to what we want to improve. Tip number three, strategy number three, improve feedback. Oh my goodness, if we want to improve as instructional leaders, we got to be better at giving feedback. Feedback has to be timely, specific, actionable. Work to progress towards a shared goal. Feedback has to be a shared experience where it's collaborative, where it's not just one way. Tip number four, be a scholar. When we talk about instructional leadership, being a scholar is knowing the latest research, actually being up to date on the research that we know has worked in the past. When I provided feedback to my teachers, whether it be through walkthroughs or formal observations, I had citations ready to go. I had citations going back to Vygotsky, Piaget, Bloom, Maslow, looking at the work of Tomlinson, Danielson, all these different researchers to sort of add more credibility and credence to the points that I was trying to make. So when we think about instructional leadership, think about the research, think about what we know works, and tie that in both past and current to help make the point stronger. All right, point number four, I think we are on. Model. Oh my goodness, don't expect others to do what you have not done or are not willing to do yourself. When we think about instructional leadership, model how to create and implement an anticipatory set. Demonstrate how technology can be used to check for understanding. Help co-create rubrics. Again, I think there's nothing more frustrating when it comes to instruction if we don't roll up our sleeves and model those same expectations that we have. All right, number five, teach a class. Oh my goodness, during my first 2 years as an administrator, I taught 2 sections of biology. I don't think there's a better way to demonstrate and work on instructional leadership than actually being in the classroom. You can still be a leader, an administrator, and still work to teach a class. Maybe it's, being a guest presenter or, co-presenting with another educator. But you know what? Teach a class. All right, I think I'm on number 6. Grow professionally. Or I'm 7, I've lost count. But grow professionally. Oh my goodness, when we think about if we want to get better at instructional leadership and improve learning for our kids, we have to be learners. Learning is the fuel of leadership. We have to make the time, not find the time, to learn. Whether it's 15 minutes a day, whether it's a personal learning network, we have to commit to growing professionally and then turnkeying and implementing those expectations. All right, I think we are on 7. I don't even know. Write in order to reflect. Oh my God, there's a great strategy that I have really come to appreciate. As a principal, as a consultant, coach now, I'm always writing in order to push my own thinking, to reflect not only on what I see, but how I can give better feedback and advice to help teachers grow. That writing process, by putting it down, really makes it more actionable. At least it does for me. All right, next tip, integrate portfolios. Such a powerful way to improve instructional leadership is using portfolios to show growth over time. Yes, we want our kids to have portfolios, but what about teachers and administrators able to showcase how they're implementing the feedback to grow and improve their practice? All right, and my last tip, which this is number 10, sorry I lost count, is co-observe. If you want to improve instructional leadership and improve inter-rater reliability, to provide feedback, to coach, to model, there is no better strategy than to co-observe. I ensured that all of my assistants did their first observation with me. So I would go in and we would then compare our notes. But co-observing, yes, it takes more time. But if you want to make sure that you're all on the same page, delivering the same message, again, there's no better instructional strategy than to co-observe. So let's start really quickly a recap. Number 1, get in classrooms more. Number 2, streamline expectations and eliminate effective practices. Number 3, improve feedback. 4, be a scholar. 5, model. 6, teach a class. 7, grow professionally. 8, write in order to reflect. 9, integrate portfolios. And 10, co-observe. I'd love to hear on Twitter how you are using, what strategies you use to improve instructional leadership. When this is posted on YouTube, Instagram, TV, please, what strategies have you found most effective? Thanks, everybody.